Okay, so join me where I'm watching the Lions announcement for the first time. So kind of live for me, although not a live stream, wasn't able to do that. But yeah, they're just going to announce the captain and I'll kind of cut it and go from there and give you my live reactions as these players are announced. I'll come back later tonight, probably doing a big long chat with Ollie whilst we've thought about it, a bit more of a reasoned review of the squad. But this is just going to be a fun live reaction because it's nice to do that, to kind of test myself and just see what I think straight away and let me know what you think straight away. So we're just watching Alan Wynne-Jones on the stage and then they're going to announce the Lions captain and surely it's going to be Maro Itoje, but let's pause and wait and see. Okay, he's just announced the captain. It is indeed Maro Itoje. There he is with a beaming smile, with his shirt on, with Bill the Lion. It had to be, didn't it? If it wasn't, it would have been just unthinkable, really. Now Doris is injured. Would it have been Itoje all along? My thoughts was yes, because this is the pinnacle of his career now. He's been on previous Lions tours, multiple, gained so much experience. He's going to be able to share that with the players and he will get the instant respect. I think he's absolutely ready. There he is. He's got his earring in, but whatever, why not? And he is going up on stage and going to be congratulated. So that's the first big one there. Okay, here we go. They've been stringing it out. I'd just like to know the squad, but hey, that's part of the show these days, I guess. Here goes Ian Evans to announce the names and I'll just react as we go. Tadhg Beirne, we knew Tadhg Beirne was going to be there for sure. Class player. Yes, Ollie Chesham. Yeah, I say yes because he's a quality player and I had predicted him to go. Amazing line-out operator for sure. Jack Conan. Yep, Jack Conan's going to be a big man now, especially with Doris injured. You know, the odds-on favourite, I guess, to be the starting number 8. Oh, LCD. It was my prediction in the last video. LCD was going to go. He's been England starter. Oh, there it is. Scott Cummings back from injury. I went for James Ryan or maybe Jenkins, but I should have gone Cummings then. Yeah, class player. Scotland have missed him. Tom Curry, I think that was expected. Probably not going to see a Ben Curry, but Tom Curry's shown he's back to fitness, starting again for Sale. Ben Earl, yeah, explosive Ben Earl's had a really good resurgence with England in the last couple of years, been a key man. Will he play 8 or 7? I'm thinking a bit more 8. Xander Fageson's going, even though he's carrying a bit of an injury, ankle injury. They're going to give him time. I thought they would. He's a really good all-rounder. Furlong, Tadhg Furlong in. He was in my prediction. Many people going for Beelum, saying Furlong's over the hill, but Genge as well, yeah, he was pretty much nailed on there. Thought Genge was going in his prime at the moment. He's going to love the hard ground in Australia. Obviously Itoje, he is in. Beirne and Itoje, odds on I think to be the starting pairing. Kelleher is in, so Sheehan surely will be in, but Kelleher's in as well. I think that's the right call again. It was in my prediction. He's been excellent for Ireland whenever Sheehan isn't there. Big Joe, is that Big Joe McCarthy? Yeah, he has had a few off days occasionally, but he is the big dude. He's athletic. A lot of ability. Jack Morgan, I absolutely thought Jack Morgan was going to be in there. He was in my prediction again. Oh, Henry Pollock. Wow. I thought he'd go there. He was in my prediction. He's the last name I put in there. And I think that Champions Cup performance was the sealing the deal. I think it came down that late. And then with Doris pulling out, maybe that was the difference. Porter's in. Porter's been a class act for Ireland for ages. Not always the solidest in the scrum, but great everywhere else. James Ryan's in. Okay, I had James Ryan in my squad, but I hadn't predicted him. So this is going to be interesting in the second row. Schoeman, yeah, he's been brilliant. Unsurprising, Dan Sheehan. Surely going to be the starting hooker if he's fit. At his best, one of the best, if not the best hooker in the world. And Will Stewart, well done to Will Stewart. Last couple of years, he has been the man for England. It's gone from a good player to a great player. And Josh van der Fleer, yeah, of course, Josh van der Fleer. He's been consistently outstanding. A bit overshadowed by Pollock, I guess, in the Champions Cup, but he was still good. So there we go. Okay, I'm going to have to digest that and see who is not in. But before I do that, he's going to go onto the back, so let's get stuck into these. Bundiyaki is in, the power man, and Elliot Daly. I wasn't actually expecting that. They wanted some versatility, I'm sure, and he was good in the Six Nations. Freeman was outstanding in the Six Nations and has been for Northampton. He, odds on to be a starter. He is a star in the making, if not already. Gibson Park, odds on to be the starter. No surprise there. Unfortunately, his pitch is a massive black eye. Ooh, there's a surprise. Mac Hansen just picked up an injury, but this is kind of an idea he's going with the guys he knows. Hugh Jones was always going to be there, probably starting 13. Keenan, no surprise. Class fullback all round, so much experience. Kinghorn's going, even though he's going to be involved in the top 14 semi and probably the final. They're going to take the punt on that. I thought they would. Also, for the forwards, no Jack Willis. James Lowe? Yeah, he's not the quickest these days, but he's very experienced, strong. He's got that kicking game, and again, Farrell trusts him. So if Hansen was going, so was Lowe. Mitchell makes it, yeah, as he should. He's been brilliant for England, and he's really, I think, got loads of experience now as well. Ringrose makes it, yeah, he was my other 13, so that was predicted. I wonder the 10s and the 9s. That's what's going to be interesting. Finn Russell, we knew he was going, so that is no surprise. Finn Smith, yes. I wonder how long it took before he was nailed on. Was that a late one as well? I do think that Champions Cup semi-final could have, solidified things for him and Pollock. Marcus Smith, it was my prediction in the last video. Thought they'd take him. He's got lots of experience. He's versatile. He's just very quick. And in Australia, it's going to be hard ground. It's going to be fast for Marcus Smith. Tuipulotu, taking him, even though he's got his injury, but he's that good, you would. Similar with doing Van der Merwe. Had a bit of an injury scare, but you want that power. The pace to power, he's still on top of his game. Okay, there's the call. Thomas Williams. Fine with that. In the Six Nations, didn't show it, but he is a class act, has shown it for Gloucester. Does that mean Ben White is not in? It does. Okay, so let's wrap up for this reaction video. Who was not in? Who was in? No Jamie George, he doesn't make it. No Dewey Lake, but I did predict Cowan Dickey, so I don't think that's too much of a surprise. Beelum doesn't make it. It's Furlong, and all the other props as expected, so no surprises there. In the second row, let's count them up. We've got Chesham, we've got Itoje, we've got Byrne, we've got McCarthy, we've got Cummings, and we've got James Ryan. So we've got 6 there. So going with quite a lot of those guys, I guess Byrne and Chesham could play in the back row as the big 6. They haven't gone for any of the versatile 6s like a Laws, like a Baird, like a Cunningham South. They're going for a bit more heft there. So that's an interesting call. Then back row, Tom Curry, Ben Earl as expected, and Pollock. No call up for Tom Willis. They kind of needed an extra 8. I think that's going to be Earl by the looks of it. No Underhill, a little unlucky. Conan could be the main man at 8. No Doris, that injury, that operation confirming that there. Van der Vliet, so only 2 back row of the Irish guys. No back row at all for the Scots. Then scrum half, we had Mitchell, Gibson, Park as expected, and Thomas Williams gets it over Ben White. Ben White, crazy unlucky. Any injury, surely he's going to be straight out there. But Ben White's got to think, what else can I do? But Thomas Williams is super talented. Prendergast, how long was it that he was out of the squad? Was it right up until the last minute? Fly half was a big call, of course, but they've gone with Marcus Smith as the guy there alongside Finn Smith and Finn Russell. It was my prediction. I think Marcus Smith is going to be absolutely fine. Some people saying if he was starting, they'd be worried. He's got lots of other attributes. He's a very quick player. I think it's going to be exciting, so I'm fine with that as well. Centres were exactly as expected with Aki, Ringrose, Tuipulotu and Hugh Jones. Is Daly going as another centre option? And let's just try and remember these back 3. We've got Freeman there. I guess could be a 13 as well if needed. No other English players, and Marcus Smith could be a back 3, I guess. Mac Hansen was a bit of a surprise. So a little surprise on Tom Jordan there, but overall pretty happy. Cummings, Hansen, I think, were probably the surprise inclusions, and the excitement of Henry Pollock. I think he's earned it, but I'm going to come back to it with a big discussion with Ollie tonight, dig into it. But in the meantime, let me know what you like, the initial reaction to the Lions squad. I'm excited. Itoje leads the boys. Let's go. I'll catch you next time.